Did you know that over 90% of students earn some type of financial aid? If you have a merit or need-based scholarship, you're probably wondering where all this money comes from. And it comes from the Queen's Fund. The Queen's Fund provides merit and need-based scholarships for Queen students, and the money comes from donors, and donors come from alumni. At night, I have the job of working at Phonathon, which consists of calling alumni for 3 hours and asking them if they're willing to donate a gift to the Queen's Fund. However, recently I had the pleasure of taking an outsider's view of this culture. The culture is visible by many artifacts. The artifacts include multiple phones in the entire room, piles of papers stacked up high of people who we need to call, and the vocabulary usually sets the team apart because they talk about subject matter that unify students and alumni, such as the sports teams, the courses, the internship programs, and of course the study abroad programs. The callers are trained to have a particular way of talking, such as smiling when they talk. They also have a way of coding who they call, such as pledges, which mean that people donated, maybes, which mean that they're thinking of donating, refusals, which mean they don't want to donate at all, or no answers, which is the most common. Now, all the Phonathon callers have scripts, which are unique to them, to their own personality. However, they all have the same underlying foundation, such as their name, thanking the alumni for their past donations, and asking if they're willing to give again. Culture is also created and sustained through a constant reminder of the goals throughout the night. There's also positive reinforcement of meeting those goals, such as prizes and coupons and Queen's gear, which is all external motivation. The internal motivation comes from, well, their scholarships themselves. The callers tend to use the phrase such as, "I wouldn't be able to make it to Queens without donors such as yourself." The organization depends on communication to operate. Without conversations, the organization would fail to exist because the purpose of the organizing would be non-existent. Some of the best practices happen during socialization and membership negotiation, and there is a boundary of knowledge, legitimacy, and connection that can sort members from non-members. In regards to Phonathon, the membership process begins with an orientation. And during orientation, our supervisor socialized us into the way we're supposed to approach alumni interactions and how we're supposed to represent Queen's University as a whole. An effective organizational team is based on an encouraging climate, such as keeping people motivated when one is answering the phone, or when there's constant rejection. Ashley Porvin quotes, "It's important to have a work environment where the employees feel as if they're part of a team or community." The decision-making process flows from the alumni office itself and filters through our supervisor, Jamal. As you can see here, he sets a very relaxed tone. Many of the callers are quite taken aback when an alumni contacts the caller with a negative tone or attitude. This takes into account conflict management. However, many callers handle it with ease. When there's a refusal, people just simply ask if they can send something in the mail. There's also shared knowledge. I asked a couple team members whether they had suggestions on ways to strengthen and maintain an effective organizational culture and team. One person said that they want to make sure that the team comes from all different backgrounds so there is more than one perspective. A mixture of different cultures and views makes the best team because where someone lacks, another person is efficient in that skill. Another person said that I think making everyone comfortable with their peers is a good way to strengthen the culture and the team because every person would be more willing to receive and give constructive criticism and compliments, which would benefit the entire group. Organizational culture is messy. It's complicated, it's ambiguous, but it's also created. The team creates the culture. If we think that changes are to be made, our suggestions are heard. We simply tell our manager and things get done. From everything, including what our script's supposed to be, what our script is supposed to look like, to what snacks we want that night. The team communicates and constantly works to bring Phonathon to its full potential.